A man convicted of killing 3 people during the 1994 robbery of an Alabama fast food restaurant was put to death Thursday by lethal injection. Robert Melson, 46, was pronounced dead at 10:27 p.m. CDT Thursday at a Southwest Alabama prison, authorities said. The execution was the STATE and APOS's second of the year. State prosecutors said Melson and another man who used to work at the restaurant robbed a POPEYE and APOS in Gadsden, 60 miles, 96 kilometers, northeast of Birmingham. They said Melson opened fire on 4 employees in the RESTAURANT and APOS freezer. Nathaniel Baker, Tamika Collins and Darrell Collier were killed. The surviving employee, Bryant Archer, crawled for help and was able to identify one of the robbers as the former worker. While he could not identify Melson, prosecutors said Melson told police he had been with the former employee that night. A shoe print behind the store matched Melson and APOS shoes, they said. Melson and APOS attorneys had filed a flurry of last-minute appeals seeking to stay the execution. The filings centered on Alabama and APOS use of the sedative midazolam, which some states have turned to as other lethal injection drugs became difficult to obtain. Midazolam is supposed to prevent inmates from feeling pain before other drugs are given to stop their lungs and heart, but several executions in which inmates lurched or coughed have raised questions about its use. An inmate in Alabama coughed and heaved for the first 13 minutes of an execution held in December. Melson and APOS attorney argued that midazolam does not anesthetize an inmate, but they might look still because a second drug, a paralytic, prevents them from moving. Alabama and APOS execution protocol is an illusion. It creates the illusion of a peaceful death when in truth, it is anything but. Melson and APOS attorneys wrote in the filing to the Alabama Supreme Court. The Alabama Attorney General and APOS office argued midazolam and APOS use has been upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court, and it has allowed multiple executions to proceed using the drug, including the execution of an Alabama inmate last month. The state, the victims and APOS families, and the surviving victim in this case have waited long enough for justice to be delivered. The Attorney General and APOS office wrote in a court filing as they urged the courts to let the execution proceed.